Here with Sarah Fisher, who plays Becky on Degrassi. Now, the first question is, what are you doing at Monster Jam?
Well, I do drive trucks in my free time.
Oh, really?
No.
So wait, so you sing, you act, and you drive like, do you have any room to like eat and sleep?
Oh yeah, I always make time for that. 100%. No, I'm actually I'm here because I've started a campaign of my own. Actually, it's called True to You, and it's all about being fearless in going down the path that you want to go down. So for me, I was in love with music, and I chose to follow the path that was the most true to myself. It's all about not waiting until you're 50 to do what you really want to do. And it's getting people, high school students, when they're at that age, to understand that they can, and if they're driven, they will do what they want to do.
That was a good pun there, too. If they're driven at Monster Jam. Look,
If they're driven, trucks. So then I met with Kids Help Phone, who are they're such great people. They're an incredible organization, and they have been really, really kind and loving and getting me on board with them.
On board. Look at her with the driving.
I'm
Oh my
really
goodness!
doing
Wow.
well today. It's been a while since I've done an interview.
Right. Yeah, you're really getting behind the wheel of this interview. There we go.
Hey,
That's
good for
my
you.
first one, right?
You did so
Okay.
good.
Okay. So.
Yeah. So I'm speaking actually Saturday and Sunday at the event as well. So I'm here all weekend, and it's actually my birthday weekend, and I'm turning 21 on Sunday.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
So old. I shouldn't have said that. I'm supposed to be 18.
Right.
It's my job.
Yeah, her IMDb just says unlisted. So tell me about the show. Like, obviously, there's a lot going on with your character. Can you elaborate a little bit on how Becky's dealing with the loss of Adam?
Yes. Obviously, this is the most tragic thing that could happen to anyone, really. One of the most tragic situations to be put in. Becky, the thing with Adam is, not only was it a big step in realizing a lot about herself, being with him, it was her first love. It was her first thing that, it was her first situation where she was able to stand up against her parents. And not that that's a good thing. I think it really helped her become a bit stronger in herself and who she is, more confidence. It took a while to get there. You know, she went through a lot of troubles both of them did, Adam and Becky, to become a couple. But that's what's so beautiful about them, is that they worked so hard, and they both had to go through so much to make it fit and to make it work. And they were so right for each other. And it's just it's just the worst way for things to end. And I do think it was such an important storyline, because the truth is, texting and driving is way too casual. Because the issue is that everyone thinks it will never happen to me. But no one's a good enough driver, any of these guys, no one's a good enough driver to be on their phone while they're driving.
You know, Degrassi always seems to be on the cutting edge. You know, how do they always manage to figure out, like, what is the next big thing? Like, how do the writers stay ahead of the curve?
The writers are on it. They nail it every year, because they know, there's media that it's discussing all the issues that are happening currently. And they, a lot of the time will look at that, because that, it works. If things are happening, that's having a lot of discussion about it. It's obviously, it's become a big deal, and it's something worth mentioning, and it's something worth learning more about.
You know, the show's about to have its winter premiere once again. What can we expect for Becky? You know, like, fans, I know, they were like, well, when you talk to Sarah, you got to ask her, are we going to see like a Becco-Mojin or something?
Well, I will say that they Becky and Imogen do end up working closely together.
Subtext. Can you see the subtext?
I won't go further with their relationship, but they do become very very involved with each other, and they get a really close relationship that I think is really sweet. And you'll see where it goes, and I'm not going to give anything away with that. But Becky needs distractions. She needs something that's gonna keep her busy, because if she doesn't, her whole heart and her mind and everything is just going to be focused on Adam and everything that's happened, which is a very upsetting thing to be constantly thinking about. So at this point, coming back in the winter, coming back, a lot of it's Becky trying to deal with this. And there is a major storyline that will be happening that I am way too excited about, and I so wish I could talk about it, but I can't. But there's a massive storyline coming up that is another extremely massive issue to tackle, and Becky's a big part of that. And there's a lot of stuff you're gonna see. You're gonna see her grow even more and be put in more difficult situations. And I am way too excited for you guys to see that. But a lot of the other characters have phenomenal storylines coming up as well. So just get excited.
Stay tuned.
It's
Stay tuned.
coming.
And last question: what is harder? Is it being a monster truck driver or being an actor on Degrassi?
Oh, that's hard. Working on Degrassi is like driving 5 trucks at one time.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, you have the early call times, though, right? These guys can just, like, roll out of bed. Oh, the
That's
show's at 7.
what-
Yeah, I'm going to wake up at 5.
Yeah, it's very true. But you know what? The early call times are so worth it because I love my job. So I'm very, very fortunate.
Amazing. Sarah Fisher, Degrassi, tune in.